Hi everybody, it's Bonnie from Healthy Meals. I am going to make turkey chili today. I had a client ask me to help her out on some meals, so I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm doing for her. One of these is teaching her how to make turkey chili. It is very simple, just for those of you who have husbands and such who don't like turkey. There are ways that they will never know. So anyway, we have our pan. Heating it up. I want 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I don't know if you can tell, but I had to get a new bottle. Sprouts, love it. Alright, so what we have going here is we've got this olive oil. We're going to let it heat up a little bit. And then I've already chopped up my onions and my peppers. I figure, you kind of know how to do that. With the peppers, I use red and I use green. I don't know if you guys know this, but the red are actually the ripened version, fully ripened version of the green. So when you look at orange and yellow peppers, things like that, well, they're just ripened versions. So, or more ripe. It's kind of stages. So yellow, orange, red. I think green is in between the orange and the red, or before it. I'm not quite sure where that falls into play, but it's there somewhere. So we've got that. We're going to stir fry some onions. Okay, saute these. We are going to saute the peppers, and then we're going to take half of this out. So we're going to do this so that we get to the point that these onions are caramelized. I'm going to throw some garlic in here. We're going to take half of this out. We're going to cook half of it with the meat, but not all of it. Just pan size or whatever. You really don't need to. We need to put some with the kidney beans, which have already been rinsed and are ready and raring to go. So we just need to caramelize these. Let me get some garlic in here. You know how I like it. Got my garlic press that I love to tears. Put that puppy to work today. Oh, long garlic clove. I love when I have so much left over in terms of food that I don't know which one I'm supposed to pick from. And with garlic, you can really tell if your garlic is not fresh enough. It gets mushy. Disgusting. So you'll be able to tell if your garlic is not ripe. So, Pampered Chef. Remember, you don't have to peel it. Here we go. Yay! Garlic. I want to send one more in there. One more garlic clove in there, just to really get some of that flavoring in it. We want to make this as Italian as possible in terms of the vegetable. It really is the base for a lot of these tomato recipes. Chili, spaghetti, lasagna, you name it. You really do want to kind of have more of that garlic and pepper and onion flavor. It gives a good base for the tomatoes. Really, really does. There we go. I'm spitting garlic out at you guys. I don't know if you all can see that, but alright, so we've got some garlic in there. I don't want to put too much. I think that's pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna stir fry this a little bit longer. Wait for the onions to become caramelized, and I will come back to you so you can see what's going on. Okay, so we've got our browned and caramelized onions and peppers, right? Now, over in this corner, we have already rinsed our dried kidney beans, so we're just waiting for the kidney beans, and I was heating up the crock pot, so the pot's going to be a little hot. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to add this to our crock pot. So now, just so that you can see, so you've got your onions and peppers still kind of steep in there, and then we've got our beans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put it into the crock pot that you see over yonder. I think that's how you guys say it, is yonder. Not quite sure. Okay, so here's our crock pot. Let's see if we can get you up where you can see what's going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of tablespoons of this and put it in, right? And then we're going to take okay guys, so we've got our caramelized onions and peppers right here. We're going to take half of this and dump it. There we go. Push this to the side so we have time to put the ground turkey in. Here's our kidney beans. We're only going to use about half of these. Need them for chili, you know. There we go. Oh, looks so delicious. Alright, so we're going to mix this up. Put some of the seasonings in it. We need some water in this. And we need to get our ground turkey going in the pan that you hear sizzling behind you. Alright, so got that all done. So let us get this chili going. Now, instead of throwing some tomatoes in here, I've got some tomato paste, and we're going to throw some chili seasoning. We've got onions, we've got garlic in there, we don't need that. This will take over the chili, give us a little bit of tomato flavor in your chili. And you can always put tomatoes in this chili. I don't know. I kind of prefer it without the tomatoes. I think it tastes so much better without them. Especially if you're going to make a lot of this and then, you know, put it in the fridge for later. Which I recommend. Make it. Put a couple of servings in the fridge. Put it in the freezer. There you go. Alright. So we've got our tomato paste in there. We're going to take 1 pan of water from the tomato paste, plop it in here, stir this puppy up. Oh, there we go. So here, let me show you what's going on. There, you can see. So it's just kind of mixing really well, melding. This is all we really want. What's going to happen once we add the turkey in is it's going to fill up a little bit more. So we're going to let this kind of cook a little bit while we're heating up that turkey, getting it all ground. Okay, so here we come back to our skillet. See how we only have a little bit of that left. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Bring this back. And then basically you just dump your turkey in there. Now here is our chili powder. I realize it just has a number. Came from the bulk organic spice section, but it's just chili powder. I'm going to take a teaspoon of it. We're going to sprinkle it over what's in here. There we go. And then we're going to take a teaspoon of it and sprinkle it over the meat. Because chili is not really chili without chili powder. So what you want to do with this is you brown it just like you would regular plain old ground beef. Mix it up. Make sure, you know, spices get through evenly. Now, if you have someone in your house who is anti-turkey, thinks that you're just trying to go healthy in one direction or the other, like too extreme, here's how you hide the fact that this is turkey. Sorry, fellas, you won't be able to tell. Worcestershire sauce. So we're going to take a couple swigs of this. There you go. That's about a tablespoon, maybe 2. There we go. Starting to brown up. We're getting some We got these mixed in here. And you want to break it up as much as humanly possible. Because that way what happens is you'll end up with a lot of little pieces. So you'll get turkey throughout your chili. And what we're going to do with this chili is actually serve it over rice. And right now, man, I love how my kitchen smells when I'm cooking something delicious. Even like the other day when I made the mushrooms and I didn't like the mushrooms, still my kitchen smelled so good. Good thing is I'm no longer burning anything. You guys should have seen when I was a kid. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to brown this. There's no reason you really need to watch me do all of this because it's going to take a few minutes. I'll come back to you when it's all done. Can you guess what time it is from this picture? It is time to pour the turkey into the crock pot. So I'm going to put this down while I pour the turkey into the crock pot. It's all finished. It's ready to roll. This is, I think, the best part of this chili, is adding the meat. So you've got double the meat, double the vegetables. Like you've just got a ton of vegetables going into this. It's amazing. So here's what we have. Now we need to add a little bit more moisture to this, and what I typically do is I use some chicken broth. Okay, so basically what I do is I eyeball about a cup. Here we go. Alright. So we've got our little cup going in there. I'm going to mix this up. So we've got tomatoes in this. We've got our kidney beans. We've got sauce. We've got the turkey. And what you can do to add a little bit of extra spice is add some red pepper. Or a little bit more chili sauce, chili seasoning. It's pretty much to taste at this point. Usually the 2 tablespoons of chili sauce or chili seasoning, chili powder specifically, works wonders in this. It really does get all the way through. So I'm going to finish stirring this up. This is pretty much what it looks like once you get started. And then when we're all done, it's going to be bright red and cherry, and oh, it's just going to look delicious. So once I get this all stirred just a little bit more, I'm going to cook it for 4 hours on high, and then it'll be ready to eat. I'll see you. Hey everybody, so here's our finished product. Does it not look absolutely delicious? Yum, yum, yum. Look at that steaming hot pot of chili. Smells delicious. Okay, so here's what I do with it. You see this beautiful yellow pepper? I use yellow and I use orange. I cut the bottom off so that it's flat. Put it on a plate and watch. This is amazing. I'm going to actually put you up here so that I can have 2 hands when I am doing this instead of just one. So I apologize for the little tampering with the camera here. Alright, so just like this, and you just spoon it in. Just like that. Okay? Now, one of the things that you can do is take some rice with this. Put your rice. You want half a cup. This is 1/4 cup of rice. So you take it, put your rice around it, and put your chili in it. So here you have turkey chili with rice pilaf. So what ends up happening is you eat your chili, you eat your turkey, kidney beans, the whole 9 yards, and then take a little spoon of rice every time you dip in. And by the time you're done with what's in the pepper's ready to be eaten as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this meal. It is absolutely delicious. Something to, like, if you're having people over for dinner, because it's very appealing visually, you really do a great job of just putting it out there for everyone and making it look really good, really delicious.